Welcome to my channel. In this video, we are going to learn about the anatomy of tibia bone. Tibia is the bone of our leg region. There are two bones in the leg region. The bone which is on the medial side is the tibia bone and the bone which is on the lateral side is the fibula bone. Here we are going to see about the tibia bone. Like all the long bones, tibia is also divided into three parts. The upper end, the lower end and the shaft. We can clearly see that the shaft is the narrowest part of the bone. The bone is widened above and below. In its upper and lower end, the bone is widened side to side, whereas it is narrow in its middle part. But while comparing the upper and lower end, the upper end is the most widest part and the lower end is slightly wider. So starting from the upper end, the parts of the upper end, there are two condyles on the upper end. The condyle which is on the medial side is medial condyle and the condyle which is on the lateral side is lateral condyle. How to identify the medial and lateral condyle is, on the lower end, tibia is having a part called medial malleolus. A part of the bone which extends downwards, we call it as medial malleolus. From the name itself, we can understand that this lies on the medial side of the bone. The medial malleolus lies on the medial side of the bone. That's why it is named as medial malleolus. So while tracing this medial malleolus above, the condyle which I am ending is the medial condyle. So the condyle which is directly above the medial malleolus is the medial condyle and the another condyle is the lateral condyle. And one more point is that the medial condyle is oval and the lateral condyle is circular. The medial condyle is oval anteroposteriorly, whereas the lateral condyle is circular. It is nearly circular. And the central part of these two condyles are concave. It is directly going to be in contact with the femur condyles. So the medial condyle of the tibia is going to articulate with the medial condyle of the femur and the lateral condyle of the tibia is going to articulate with the lateral condyle of the femur. While articulating, the central part of the condyles is going to be in direct contact with the femoral condyles, whereas the peripheral part of the condyles is separated from the femoral condyle by the meniscus. So the central part of the tibial condyle is the part which is going to directly be in contact with the femoral condyles. And the area in between these two condyles is called as intercondylar area. So this is the intercondylar area. On the intercondylar area, there are two tubercles. The tubercle near the medial condyle is called the medial tubercle, medial intercondylar tubercle. The tubercle which is near the lateral condyle is called as lateral intercondylar tubercle. So the two tubercles are medial intercondylar tubercle near the medial condyle and lateral intercondylar tubercle near the lateral condyle. So moving on to the anterior aspect of the upper end, there is a tuberosity. We call it as tibial tuberosity. On the anterior aspect of the upper end, there lies the tibial tuberosity. Behind the medial and lateral condyle, there is a groove. Here is the groove behind the medial condyle and here is the groove behind the lateral condyle. And on the posterolateral aspect of the lateral condyle, there is an articular facet for the articulation of fibula bone. On the posterolateral aspect of the lateral condyle, there is a circular facet. This facet is called as fibular facet. This facet is going to articulate with the fibula bone to form the superior tibiofibular joint. So the parts of upper end is over. Moving on to the lower end. The lower end is having 5 surfaces. This we already saw that this is the medial malleolus. The part which protrudes downwards is the medial malleolus. This medial malleolus forms the palpable part of the ankle joint on the medial side. So on the medial side of our ankle region, the bone which we can palpate is the medial malleolus of tibia bone. So medial aspect of lower end of tibia is having the medial malleolus, and the lateral aspect of the lower end of tibia is having a facet. This facet is for the articulation of fibula bone to form the inferior tibiofibular joint. So this triangular facet is going to articulate with the lower end of the fibula to form the inferior tibiofibular joint. This is on the lateral side of the lower part, directly below the fibular facet on the upper end. So this part forms the superior tibiofibular joint, and this part is going to form the inferior tibiofibular joint. So moving on to the 5 surfaces of lower end: the anterior surface, the posterior surface, the medial surface, the lateral surface, and the inferior surface. So the surface here is the inferior surface. The surface of the lower end, which is directly below the tibial tuberosity, is the anterior surface of the lower end. We already know that the tibial tuberosity is on the anterior aspect of the upper end. So the surface of the lower end, which is directly below the tibial tuberosity, is the anterior surface. So this is the anterior surface of the lower end. The anterior surface of lower end is smooth in its upper part and rough in its lower part. And we already know that the medial malleolus of tibia lies on the medial aspect of the bone. Thus, the surface which is the upward continuation of the medial malleolus is the medial surface. So this is the medial surface. And the surface which is directly opposite to the medial malleolus and which bears the triangular facet is the lateral surface. So this is the lateral surface of the lower end, and this is the medial surface of the lower end. The surface which lies directly below the tibial tuberosity is the anterior surface, and the surface behind that is the posterior surface. So this is the posterior surface. The surface below is the inferior surface. This inferior surface is going to articulate with the talus bone to form the ankle joint. The triangular facet for the articulation of fibula on the lower lateral surface of the bone is rough in its upper part and smooth in its lower part. So that's all for the lower end. Moving on to the shaft. The shaft of the tibia is in the shape of prismoid. The shaft is having 3 borders and 3 surfaces. The 3 borders are anterior border, medial border, and lateral border. The 3 surfaces are medial surface, lateral surface, and posterior surface. So starting from the borders, we are going to see about the anterior border. The anterior border of the tibia is in the shape of S. So we can see that it is in the shape of S. The anterior border begins at the lateral condyle and ends on the medial side of the bone. It starts from the lateral side of the bone and ends on the medial aspect of the bone. Thus, it is in the shape of S. The anterior border starts near the tibial tuberosity on its lateral side. and passes downwards in the shape of S and ends on the anterior border of the medial malleolus. So the anterior border of the tibia ends on the anterior border of the medial malleolus, whereas it begins from the lateral aspect of the tibial tuberosity. So the S-shaped border, which starts from the tibial lateral side of the tibial tuberosity and ends in the anterior border of the medial malleolus, is the anterior border of tibia. This is the anterior border of tibia. Moving on to the medial border. The medial border is not sharp as anterior border. It is slightly rounded. It starts behind the medial condyle and ends in the posterior aspect of the medial malleolus. This is the anterior aspect of the medial malleolus. There ends the anterior border, and this is the posterior aspect of the medial malleolus. Here ends the medial border of tibia. Medial border starts from the medial condyle, just below the medial condyle, and ends behind the medial malleolus, ends at the posterior border of the medial malleolus. So moving on to the lateral border. The lateral border starts from the point just below and in front of the fibular facet and ends as the anterior border of the triangular fibular facet below. So it begins at a point just below and in front of the fibular facet, passes downwards, and it ends as the anterior border of the triangular fibular facet on the lower end. So this is the lateral border. So moving on to the surfaces. The medial surface, it lies between the anterior border and the medial border. Here is the medial surface. The medial surface is subcutaneous. And moving on to the lateral surface, the surface which lies between the anterior border and the lateral border is the lateral surface. The lateral surface faces laterally in its upper part it faces laterally, and in its lower part it faces anteriorly. So in its upper 3/4, the lateral surface of the bone is facing laterally, whereas in the lower 1/4, the bone is facing anteriorly. The lateral surface of the tibia is facing anteriorly. And moving on to the posterior surface, the surface which lies in between the lateral and the medial border is the posterior surface. So this is the posterior surface. The posterior surface is the widest surface. In the upper end of the posterior surface, there is an oblique ridge. We call it as soleal line. This is the soleal line. This soleal line divides the posterior surface into two parts. The part which is below the soleal line and the part above the soleal line. The part above the soleal line is triangular in shape, and the part below the soleal line is again divided into two parts by the presence of a vertical ridge. So this vertical ridge again divides the posterior surface into two parts. The part which is on the medial side is the medial part, and the part which is on the lateral side is the lateral part. The part which is directly lying below the fibular facet is the lateral part, because we already know that the fibular facet is on the lateral side of the bone. So this is the lateral part and this is the medial part. Anatomy of tibia, just a recap: upper end, lower end, shaft, circular condyle is lateral condyle, oval condyle is medial condyle, intercondylar area, lateral intercondylar tubercle, medial intercondylar tubercle, tibial tuberosity on the anterior side, anterior aspect, and fibular facet on the posterolateral aspect. Lower end, medial malleolus on the medial aspect, triangular facet for fibula on the lateral aspect, 5 surfaces, anterior surface, lateral surface, medial surface, posterior surface, and inferior surface. Borders and surfaces of shaft, 3 borders and 3 surfaces. S-shaped border is anterior border. The border on the medial side is medial border. The border on the lateral side is lateral border. And moving on to the surfaces, the surface between the anterior and medial border is the medial surface. The surface between the anterior border and lateral border is the lateral surface. The surface between the medial and lateral border is the posterior surface. The posterior surface is having an oblique ridge called soleal line in its upper part. And below the soleal line, there is a vertical ridge which divides the balance part into 2 parts. The medial part and the lateral part. And there is a nutrient foramen on the upper end of the vertical ridge. So that's all for tibia bone. Thank you.